There are melodies that feel finished the moment they appear, and there are melodies that feel unfinished in a very specific way. Not incomplete, restless. They sound like they are waiting for more air, more bodies, more noise. You hear them and you have a feeling. This doesn't belong in a room. This belongs outside. This belongs to a crowd. Today's song is one of those. This is Seven Nation Army, written by Jack White and recorded by the White Stripes in 2003. Most people think they know why it's powerful. They'll say it's minimalism, or swagger, or that it sounds like a bass line even though it isn't. All true, but it misses the deeper reason. This melody doesn't just sound strong. It wants something. It wants to be epic. It wants to be shouted by tens of thousands of people who don't know the words and don't need to. It wants to be blasted so loudly that the individual disappears inside the sound. And the strange thing is, it didn't start that way. Seven Nation Army is usually treated as a modern invention, a clever rock riff that somehow escaped its song and went feral. But that riff already knew how to be enormous long before Jack White ever touched a guitar. In 1878, Anton Bruckner premiered his Symphony No. 5. It is often described as his most intellectual and most austere work, a piece about construction, faith, and inevitability. At its core, the Fifth Symphony is about order emerging from restraint. Here is an excerpt from the opening of the first movement. It begins with a rising, swelling theme. Heavy, patient, inevitable. What you're hearing isn't a riff, it's architecture. Bruckner builds music the way cathedrals are built, slowly, with repetition, with the confidence that weight itself can be expressive. That theme doesn't rush anywhere, it advances. Jack White has said that the Seven Nation Army riff came to him spontaneously while experimenting on his guitar. The pattern just emerged. So maybe it didn't come from Bruckner. But he knows classical music, so maybe it did. And whether he meant to or not, he ended up doing something very Brucknerian. He picked up a 1950s hollow-body semi-electric guitar, an old instrument, and he used it like a microscope. He zoomed in on a type of melodic motion Bruckner loved, stripped away the orchestra, stripped away the harmony, stripped away everything except the spine. Right after you hear it, something clicks. That melody isn't trying to decorate a song, it's trying to gather people. At first, it lives inside a rock track, a great one. But even that song can't contain it. The melody starts growing independently of its host. It escapes. In October 2003, fans at a football match between Club Brugge and AC Milan begin singing it. Not the lyrics, just the shape. It then spreads to Rome, where it becomes known simply as the Po 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 song. Then across Italy, then across Europe, then to every stadium around the world. The melody adapts perfectly because it was already built for mass participation. It doesn't demand precision. It rewards volume. It works sober. It works drunk. It works after a goal, before kick-off, or for no reason at all. When Italy wins the World Cup in 2006, defeating 7 nations along the way, the coincidence seals the myth. But the melody was already unstoppable. You can play it any way you like, with 1,000 guitars at once. You can hand it to a marching band. Turn it into a catchy pop song. An a cappella arrangement. On bagpipes. And cellos. Or as a vintage New Orleans dirge. Because this melody isn't about style, it's about scale. It knows how to hold weight without collapsing. That's rare. For our version, we went back all the way to Bruckner, not out of nostalgia, out of curiosity. Could the original idea work as a chant? Could a late romantic orchestral fragment survive in the most modern, most primitive musical space there is? A crowd. So we reimagined it in a modern setting. We leaned into the nas, into the breathing, into the physical act of singing together. We didn't try to modernize the idea. We let it finish becoming what it always wanted to be. This is Na Na number 5.
Starts to shake.